first started reading the Scarlet Letter, I was surprised at the actual lack of food mentioned in the book. The only time I really came across food in the actual novel was about fasting. It was his custom, too, as it has been that of many other pious Puritans, to fast. Not, however, and then, near the end of the novel, it says, Pearl is at peace with the animals. It's a contrast to the gluttony in the custom house, which I'll be reading from in a minute. Now we get to the beginning of the novel, the prologue, for example, and it's all about food, more or less. One point in which he had vastly the advantage over his four-footed brethren was his ability to recollect the good dinners which it had made no small portion of the happiness of his gourmandism was a highly agreeable trait, and to hear him talk of roast meat was as appetizing as a pickle or an oyster. As he possessed no higher attribute, and neither sacrificed nor vitiated any spiritual endowment by devoting all his energies and ingenuities to subversive the delight and profit of his maw. It always pleased and satisfied me to hear him expatiate on fish, poultry, and butcher's meat, and the most eligible methods of preparing them for the table. His reminiscence of good cheer, however ancient the date of the actual banquet, seemed to bring the savor of pig or turkey under one's very nostrils. There were flavors on his palate that had lingered there not less than 60 or 70 years, and were still apparently as fresh as that of the mutton chop which he had just devoured for his breakfast. I have heard him smack his lips over dinners, every quest at which except himself had long been food for worms. It was marvelous to observe how the ghosts of bygone meals were continually rising up before him, not in anger or retribution, but as if grateful for his former appreciation and seeking to reduplicate an endless series of enjoyment at once shadowy and sensual. A tenderloin of beef, a hind quarter of veal, a spare rib of pork, a particular chicken, or a remarkably praiseworthy turkey, and which perhaps adorned his board in the days of the elder Adams, which he would be remembered while all the subsequent experiences of our race and all the events that brightened or darkened his individual career had gone over him with so little permanent effect as a passing breeze. Thank you, bye. Anyway, it goes on like that for like another page, so I won't bore you. But I just thought it was interesting in the Scarlet Letter how no one really shared a meal and nobody really gathered around. Well, there was a little bit where they shared some wine, I think, at a little party or something. But other than that, no one really sat down and shared a meal, like broke bread together. I thought it was an interesting contrast, and then Pearl being at peace with the animals. And okay, well, that's my take on Scarlet Letter, Literary Foodie. Thank you, bye.